business every day, talking to people as you go. Put yourself in front of a position where you're meeting people, in the right kind of people. Because some people go, well, everybody I talk to is broke. Well, you need to stop talking to broke people. Right? I mean, you're in the wrong market. You need to go hang out at the golf country club or something. Or go hang out where, after they finish playing, where they go. Or go hang out where lawyers, what they do after work. Go find a different market. If you find yourself in a market where nobody listens to you, right? I know one guy, he knew the world. He couldn't get one person to buy a policy from him. Not one. But he knew more people than all of us combined put together. Because they know of him, of what he is. He's always into something, he never really made big money. He's always a failure at things, whatever he does, right? So when you talk to people like that, can you get ahead with them? You got to change your marketplace. So we want to close this meeting up today with the people on the Leaders Bulletin, and that wasn't my idea, but I always welcome a great idea. That was our CEO idea. So then, why don't you come up here and spearhead this and close our meeting for us today?
All right, brother.
All right? Thank you.
Stand up here anyway, because you're on your board about 85 times. You might want to stand up here too. All right? The leaderboard, I think, is so important because it allows us to recognize the people who we talked about yesterday, who are walking the walk. A lot of people are going to be talking the talk, and this is just right now a snapshot. It's a daily snapshot of where we're at right now in production and recruiting. And we want it to be a constant evolving animal. And there's 7 different categories, 7 different animals. You can decide which one you want to tame. You might want to tame them all. It's tough, but you can. And I don't think there's anything more important than a leaderboard, because it allows you to not only set your goals, set your dreams, but find out how you're measuring up against your own dreams. And you don't necessarily have to measure yourself against other people. Okay? There's 2 ways to use the leaderboard. Measure yourself against other people, which that's fine. Some people are very competitive that way. I like to use it as measuring against myself and what I've set as my goals. Okay? And both can be equally as satisfying as far as how you look at this, right? Some of you might want to kick everybody's butt. I was like Shirley last night. She wanted to kick everybody's butt last night. And she made a stand. She said she's kicking Charles' butt. She said she's kicking Fuji's butt. She said she's kicking Susan's butt. She's kicking everybody's butt. All right? That's the order. And she made a statement, all right? So, you know, now she has to live up to it. Now she has to live up to it, yeah? That's why if you have a goal, you need to go to the highest mountain, climb up, and shout it as loud as you could. And guess what? Shirley did it. So what I do is just make sure you know what the categories are, and ultimately, this leaderboard shows these people are truly on the right road to future success. That's what it really shows. Okay? It shows they're willing to be leaders, but they're also willing to be followers, because if they didn't follow someone along the way, they couldn't have made it on the leaderboard. Okay? They didn't just jump up here and say, okay, I'm going to do it and bulldoze everybody. They have to work with everybody. You look at a Zooey, you look at a Rocky, you look at Sattie, they got to work with people, and they have to get along, and have to be part of the team, otherwise you can't make a leader, I don't think. Okay? It doesn't matter whether it's recruiting or production. First category, then we have life and annuity production submitted. That means business is in the pipeline now. It really means what's happening. I kind of like that category because it shows what's really happened recently. Okay, what's really happened recently? And I saw there's someone at the top of the list who just finally came back into the meeting. I don't know if he knew I was going to do this. I don't know. It's not like Fuji likes recognition.
I'm trying to sell a policy.
So if you're in the first category of life and annuity products submitted, come on up, and you know if you're up here, so everyone come on up if you're in that first category. Life and annuity submitted.
Let's go. Come on.
Come on. Woo. Everybody know who's on this list? You're part of Jason and Mike, so you go up here too. You're representing Jason and Mike. Okay, everybody knows who's on the first, right? So you got it? Okay, so we got a bunch. We got 25. We want everyone to strive, and sooner or later, as we get bigger and bigger, we'll have 100. Okay? I want to see kind of like top 100 songs. I like that. Okay, so this will be the group, some of the group, and look, this is just one little city. We're in Long Island, even though we represent many different places, but these people are in the top 25 in life insurance and annuity submitted. So give them a hand.
Dan, I wanted to clarify, I see her, Sheila's name up there, but it's We Care. Amanda's team,
Yeah,
We
that's a
Care,
representative.
Maryland.
Well, come on up.
Come on up.
Sheila and Fuji actually are, as I said yesterday, they're two of the main reasons along with Jackson. Jackson took something Fuji did, made Fuji's Superstar Fast a little bit bigger, heftier. Sheila Gill designed the Team We Care, and I kind of used those as the 50% basis for what we're going to use as our Superstar. And they added stuff to it, so they actually help. So people that are actually doing the production are also actually helping shape the company. Can you imagine that? People actually doing this production, people actually recruiting are helping shape the company. Think that's a good thing?
Yeah.
That's all we're always going to be. Okay, and then we take the information, we want everyone to participate, and then we give the recognition back to all the people that are helping us do this. All right, that's how we like to do it. Okay, how about then anybody else who's on the life of duty production approved? Anybody that isn't on that there first list here? Okay, stay up there anyway. Yeah, stay up there. I want that row. Chris, where's Chris at? He's up there already. All right, good. No, stay up here anyway. Don't go.
Just up here beside me.
Okay. How many people in the first category are also in the second category? Raise your hand so everyone sees.
Okay, good. In the middle. Good in the middle.
What, you don't know you're up there? Come on, man. You know you're on the leaderboard. What good is the leaderboard? You should look at it at 4 a.m. in the morning. What's changed? What's changed? All right. Now, how about health insurance? How many people up here, or anybody else come up if you're on the health insurance? How many people are on the health insurance leaderboard? Right. Anybody else out there?
Every column. Right here in every column.
Anybody else out there? No.
A to Z, Minnesota. Team Minnesota, A to Z.
All right, that's right, Minnesota.
That's
Okay,
right.
now, how about we get into personal recruits? Personal recruits, come on up.
Super!
Yeah. How many days is that in? 7 days? 7 days, all right. That means you got about 40. How you doing, brother? All right, Gene.
Oh, you did, all
All
right.
right, okay. Personal recruits, anybody else out there? Anybody else up here originally in that personal recruit category? Raise your hand. Anybody know? Merle, what was she doing? Come on up, Merle.
Merle, come on, your picture's there.
Come on. Okay, now, how about in the base shop recruits? Anybody at
Right.
base
You're here too.
Anybody at base shop recruits? Raise your hand if you're base shop recruits. Come on up if you're a base shop recruit. Anybody else in base shop too? Raise your hand. Anybody else there? We care. All right, Sheila's coming. Okay. Now, how about the Big Daddy, Total Team Recruits? I think Fuji. So raise your hand if you're Total Team Recruits too. Come on up. Silly. Rocky and Sattie.
Rocky.
Big ball. Big ball. Let's see. Anybody else we got? Let's see who else. Anybody else on this list?
Team We Care. Super!
Yeah, there we go.
Landra.
Yuri. There we go. Landra.
Yuri, you know that?
Yeah.
Come here. You need to get up. Come on. Come on. Okay, so you saw a lot of them raised multiple hands for this. So you can imagine now, this is our leaderboard. There's 7 categories of 25. There's 175 chances. Probably the group up here represented about maybe 40 to 45 of those chances. What does that mean? Get some great leaders. You're able to learn from some tremendous leaders this entire meeting. Okay, you're going to continue to learn tomorrow. What you want to make sure is that you know you can now participate. You know who to call. You know how they talk. You know what they're willing to do. You know they're willing to give and help you. And it should make you feel very confident of your potential success. Because these people, didn't you all start like that?
Yeah.
Right? You went on the leaderboard. We didn't have a leaderboard. Right? We didn't have a leaderboard. Now we do. And guess what? Everyone can be up here. Literally. There's people that will think they never ever could be in the top 25, and then guess what? In the next 12 months, they will end up in the top 25. They might end up in the top 5. They might end up as number 1 in one of these categories. Is that pretty cool? Have you ever been in an opportunity where you actually had that true opportunity? Where you could actually become one of the top people in a company? It really is there. It really is there. You know, when people think, they set goals. And the goals end up being typically lower than what they actually can achieve. And that's the hardest thing for any of us up here to get the teams out there across the United States to believe in, and that's themselves. It's the hardest thing. You think learning financial products would be, right? You think learning how an indexed IUL plan works. You think taxes, you think retirement plan would be the hardest thing. But what's the single hardest thing to do? Get people to believe in themselves to the point where they can achieve things they've never dreamed that they could achieve before. Right? And you guys have all seen it. I mean, you've seen it. You know, when you look at Fuji, how much production did you do in the 1 week production?
What figure?
I don't know. There's 1 week in there that you did a ton of production.
Right.
How much did you do that 1 week?
If everything got cut, then it was over 100,000.
$100,000 of production, target premium 1 week. Here's the crazy thing about that. We're network marketing financial services, which is supposedly, you know, the low end of the spectrum. Well, guess what? How many people do you think across the nation has ever done $100,000 of target premium 1 week? Not just this year, but forever.
Probably none.
Very few. Some, but very few. Very few, if you can imagine. He's done it. We just had Tony Risk over to Hawaii. He did $100,000 in a weekend over there doing field training matchup sales, Rocky's favorite thing, in 2 days. And he got to be in Hawaii doing it. Can you imagine getting credit for $50,000 of target premium and being in Hawaii?
All right, folks, let's go to Puerto Rico.
So use the leaderboard to your advantage. Ultimately, if you're on the leaderboard, you use it to let people know that you are following the system. You're part of a company that recognizes you and how good you are and your contributions to the company. Because what you want to be able to do is you want to be able to talk about you being on the leaderboard, right? But you can't do that in an egotistical way. You have to do it as part of a team effort. And you say you're here because of you have the best team and you're building the best team. And then you can talk about it every day, every minute, every second, right? So you can leverage the heck out of that. You can leverage the heck out of it. And then you tell your teammates. So even if your teammate's not on here, guess what they get to do? They get to talk about you. They get to talk about how great their leader is. They get to talk about why they're going to be so successful because they're part of one of the most successful teams. Okay, so whether someone's on the leaderboard or not on the leaderboard, there's tremendous power and benefit and value to it. That's why when you tune in to your dashboard, the only thing you see is the leader. It's the only thing. You can go to your little icons and stuff, but they were trying to shrink it, and I'm like, no, only leaderboard. Okay? Only leaderboard. And you need to use this to your advantage. I can hardly wait to see it 6 months from now, see how much jostling there is.
What we did in Minnesota is we print this page and we carry with us. Whenever we talk about the people in the company and we show the pictures of what they have done. So
That's awesome.
you can sell the story of your teammates.
Right.
That's awesome. I think it's the way to go.
Will you show numbers in future total compensation paid?
No, because that is a private
Private.
matter. Yeah, that's a private matter. So that's one thing that unless every single person will sign off and they're saying we can do it and it changes on a daily basis, then we can't do that.
They don't want snooping around.
We could put your
Alex, we can put your commission there.
The reason I told Rocky I thought it'd be a good idea to end with this is because everything that Rocky, Charles, Sattie, Shirley, everybody's part of this is put together today is, guess what it's all pointed towards? Helping you get on the leaderboard. Really, that's what it's about, right? When it comes down to it, it's helping you find the best way to get on the leaderboard and to move as high up the leaderboard as possible. Whether you want to submit business, whether you want it to be production approved, whether you love health insurance, whether it's in how much compensation or whether it's in recruiting a big team, the whole goal of these kinds of meetings is to give you the same chances everyone has at being on that leaderboard. Okay? That's what it comes down to. So that's why I thought it was appropriate to end today with this. How many people in here 12 months from now plan to be on the leaderboard if there's 25? No, I said 12 months. I'm going to start there. I wanted everybody to raise their hand. That's the first.
This month.
Now, how many days, right? I'm going to be there in the next 3 months. How many people plan to be on this leaderboard in the next 30 days? That's what it's here for. It's here to give you that motivation and know that this is for you. It's not for the company. This leaderboard's not for us. It's not to track what you do, who you are. Number one, it's not. You can make it where I can never see this, and it's just for you. Okay? It's for you to be able to build upon and feel that satisfaction knowing you've done as much as you possibly could do, because to be on this list, guess what you had to do? A lot more than several thousand other people. Think what that means. To be on this list, you had to do a lot more than 5, 6, 7,000 other people. That's how cool it is to be on this list. Okay? And then it gives you that feeling knowing that you did make the right decision, you are in the right profession, and you are taking the right strides to be one of the top 25. Right? what I'd like, why don't we have anybody here who's in the top few talk? So let's have Fuji, Rocky, like you all to say something. Chris, say something. Who's A to Z? Oh, that's Minnesota.
That's Minnesota.
Rocky again. Too many Rockies and Sattie on this list.
Every day.
Subram. Who else do we got on here? Zoom again. Zooey.
Zoe,
All right, so anybody on the top five? Let's.
Iqbal.
Okay, good. So anybody, let's have to say something.
All right, well, let me talk about A to Z first. A to Z is Minnesota, actually, that's my team over there also. They're number 3 right now in terms of health insurance approved, or number 4, right? And we realized that not all people have internet access, or iPad, or Microsoft Surface, or what have you, right? So we developed a one sheet of paper, the same questions that you can find online, and we have people going out there and talking to businesses and then getting the information right away. And when they go back to the office, they just input it. Right. The last 2 days I was here, I received about 30 applications that was submitted already. So those are the kind of things that you can make adjustment to make things happen for you. Sometimes if you don't have the resources, you just have to find a way, be creative about it, right? As long as within compliance guidelines and do it. Don't be discouraged that you don't have internet or you don't have a laptop. You can always put in hard copy, go to the library. Okay, just be restored. So it didn't stop them, and most of them, they don't even know probably how to use an iPad or Microsoft Surface. So we targeted different ethnic groups over there. We have people representing the Hispanic community, the Somalian community, the Hmong community, the Cambodian community. So that's what we're doing right now with A to Z, and they're focusing on that because most of them are not licensed. So my thing is I gotta help them generate income in the next 30 days. So we started that with the program over there. And talking about the live production, I love doing live production. I love doing field training. Okay. Actually, what's good about this is it came from one person who referred us to another person, and who referred us to another person. As a matter of fact, they liked the product so much, so what we recommended to them that it was easy for us to go to another clinic or another office because the client itself recommended us. Gave a phone call already, said, hey, Mr. Fuji is going to come by your office around 10 o'clock tomorrow. Can you please make time for him? He helped his family with a financial plan, and I think you should listen to him also. So I always ask not only a referral from my satisfied client, but I ask introduction. All right? And that's the best form of compliment you can get if you do a good job. So that's what we did, and we wrote a lot of IUL. As you can see, I like IUL. Now, also, one of the things that you can do to really help you out selling IUL, you have to believe in IUL. What that means is you need to own the product also. So it's not only good for you personal, as a personal life insurance, but it's good also for your business. All right? It'll be hard for you to sell if you don't have one. And people will ask you, do you have one? All right? So one of the good things is you carry your policy with you. All right? Just in case they ask you. And it brings, it makes your belief valid to them. So by doing that, you can close them. Because they know that you truly believe in what you sell. All right? Let me give it to
it's human nature. Everybody would love to be on the leaderboard. The leaderboard is there to inspire and to motivate. It's to create that competitiveness within you among your peers. Those who are not on the leaderboard, you can be. If we're in the largest we're the largest industry in the world, financial services. Okay, you're with QS2 that makes available to you almost all the insurance companies that you can sell any product. We have all the whole 200 million prospects out there. Okay, we have a system that's tailor-made, ready-made, just follow the system. Just follow the system and you're on the leaderboard. So, you know, again, it's easy, it's simple, just follow it. We talk about successful people have goals. And I'm sure everybody here is motivated, and when you leave here, you're all revved up and ready to go. You have 20, 30 names people call, and you set your goals. You know, when you go back, if you don't set your goals, and a week goes by, and 2 weeks go by, and you lose that fire, that burning desire, then you would have wasted your time here. Okay, you come here, hold on to what you've learned. We have so many people here to help you, and it all goes from your upline all the way up. Which company have anybody ever worked in that you can pick up the phone and call the CEO? You know, so it's here. It's for your grabbing. Anybody could be on the leaderboard. Go for it.
Different from this technical guy. I'm Joe Kennedy. Kennedy he talked about. I joined as a farmer. I was a farmer kid, and they exchanged me, put me with these guys. You need to get some Joe Kennedy like these guys. I joined the company. I went to Don. I'm Joe Kennedy. I mean, I'm a one guy accent. I just like that. Because I'm not starting from the bottom. I joined because of this. Dewey said, Sukra, Rocky. I said, well, I got competition now. Because we love competition. You see, what you need in your team is like Dan started a company, get a few guys like this. You need to get some guys like us. How do you get guys like us? You gotta invite 10 people before one of them come. Yeah. 10 people come to the office, only one of them gonna join. 10 people gonna join, only one of them gonna stay. 10 guys gonna stay, only one of them gonna become a Joe Kennedy. How much people gonna go to get a Joe Kennedy and start with it? I don't know where they get the 80-20 rule from. Don't waste time behind people. Some people, they like their life. Me, I'm a Joe Kennedy. All the people from my village, they come to America, they drive taxi, they open a little store. I'm Joe Kennedy, I'm not doing that. I already started. I registered to do a pilot course because I'm Joe Kennedy. I'm going to fly a plane soon. Because I'm thinking like that. You got to change the way you think. Change the environment, like Rocky said. Move with people that's going somewhere. I live in a rich man there where all these Indians eat each other. I get out. That environment hard for me. So you got to do the same thing. You want to get with people who are going somewhere. All these guys up here, last night they said I got a party. I tell my wife, we're not going to party. We're going to go after the party. I need to sit with this guy. And I stay until 2 o'clock in the morning picking his brain. I want to know what he knows because this guy is in financial business. And don't wait until you learn everything. There's a lot of things here that they teach today. Insurance is about risk. Transfer your risk to somebody else. Get a professional to make the sale for you. You're going to learn all these things, but if Fuji or Rocky make the sale for you, they're going to make twice as much in commission than you try doing it yourself. Yeah. So increase your life, and all your friends and family are going to join because they say you're going somewhere. Thank you, guys.
You have to be a follower to be a leader. And yesterday we did the dimer, and he found out really how to do it, and he immediately, and you should internalize it and find out what does that mean to you. So when you ran out of here, what did you decide to do to your wife? You called her and told her what?
Yeah, I told her we have to insure.
Don't have enough insurance.
I said, we got $1 million. I feel like $1 million. I feel like a $10 million. We got to raise this policy. And these people said, my lifestyle, I can't keep it if I don't raise the policy.
So hold on, that's just the first step. So he said, okay, I need to put $25,000 a year into this plan. So he's going to. But then he has one of his friends that he's bringing in. What did you tell them?
I tell them the same thing. They said, let me go see the boss. Okay, so probably if you said that, let's go, 25,000 into.
So his partner friends are going to do the same 25,000. So he's going to be on the leaderboard with 2 policies.
Is that awesome or what?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to start it for you.
In my whole career, I live by leaderboard. I mean, everything I've done, I must say, in some way, I've been blessed to always be on top of what I do. And I'll tell you right now, there's 7 categories here. There's only one reason why I'm not in 6 categories. And I'll tell you, I promise every one of you right here, in this room, in the next 3 months, I'll be top 4 in every one of these categories. But I like competition when I work. Competition drives me, and I like competition, and this is why every network marketing company I've done in the past, if you look at all their leaderboards and all the accomplishments, I was either on the leadership council, I was in every possible areas you can think of. And speaking about leadership, I want to tell you guys about the leaders we have. All right, our leaders that we have in this company always think beyond the box. I mean, they're always one step ahead of the competition. And I give you an example of what I mean. You see, in the mid '80s, I had a friend who used to work for corporate America, and after working for 17, 18 years, he decided, you know what, he wants to open up a store. And everyone said to him, are you crazy? Sam, you gotta be crazy. I mean, you open up a store, the economy is bad, we are in a recession, interest rate is high, the stock market is not doing well. Where you want to open up a store? Say, hey, I'm tired of working for America. So lo and behold, he went and he opened up a store right in between two stores. There's two stores that he opened up the store and this guy's are selling the same things that he was contemplating selling. Wow. So we talked to this guy, tried to talk him out of it, he decided to do it. But 2-3 months went by. Of course, there were no customers coming in. Nobody had money. Interest rate in the 80s was 14-15%, guys, if you're buying a home. If you know, you remember. Well, these guys are sitting right there. The guys to the left decided, I have to react to the market. So you had a clearance sale, put right on the showcase, up to 65% off. The guy to the right reacted. So, wow, what am I going to do? I say he's going to have a going out of business sale, up to 75% off. Here is Dan, Ahmad, and Kelly right in the middle. All right? What do we do? How do we counteract this competition? You know what? You know what my friend did? He's in the middle. He wrote in bold letter, main entrance. Guys, you are in the main entrance. Take advantage of what you're learning for the next, past 3 days, and just do it. Your success is in our hands. When you are successful, we are more successful. We want you to be successful. Okay? God bless you.
Well, you know, a lot of people, they ask me, Zui, how you're able to have, like, you know, a big hierarchy, like 3,000 people and things like that. My question, answer to them was very simple. Okay, at some point, those individuals get to be on your prospect list. You know, so the main thing that you get to focus on is you get to add more individuals on that prospect list and not to look at it. Okay, you get to come up with a daily method that you have to contact the prospect list and somehow get them into the company. So no, we have a good training, and most of the time, what we do after a good meeting, a good training is what you have to come up with a plan of action. You see, after you walk out of this room this weekend, what do you need to do? Let me tell you, very simple. Number one, make sure that you pair up with a licensed member so that you get your internal consumption done, okay? And number two, you also make sure you make a schedule, like I mentioned to you, to book appointment back to back with your licensed member, get the training sale out of your way. Okay, so that you can focus on the next important things. Okay, and what you need to do next, guy, the children name on the prospect list, you got to do it. We get like Tammy. She flew all the way from California over here on a school. I sat down with her the other day about the children's name. She already have 250 names on the list. Guys, it's very simple. A lot of people ask me, you don't know a lot of many people. You see, most of the time when you create that list, you don't have to think about their phone number and their email. Just write under the name first. You see that? And follow the protocol how to create one. And then it's on that children's name prospect list. You write the name, you get the phone, and then you classify them. Because this is what I find out most of the time when I sit down with the prospect list, and then you kind of spend time to figure out who to call today. But if you prioritize them, you know, number 1, 2, 3, 4, and you just go down the list. Okay, you got to work like a machine. You see that? I mean, and then you call. And I mean, and that's what we put together. The folder is very simple. Every day, write down your daily activity. Okay, and in that daily activity, it's already classified what kind of activity that you do. You know, the purpose of that daily activities is to make sure that you are accountable and you're disciplined on what you do. Hey guys, you know, we want to create a culture that everyone come into the meeting, they will have a folder, the one that you have today, and everyone will have that daily activity written down. If a downline come to me and says, Zui, I've been with QS2 for 3 months and nothing happened to me, the only thing that you can ask that person, show me your daily activities. If that person doesn't have a daily activity, that's what happened because you haven't worked the business yet. You see what I mean? And every day you focus on just, you know, from 10 to 30 activity daily. It's only cost you roughly about 30 minutes to an hour a day, guys. And I know all of us are guilty of that because we don't do it every day. And you know, we also talk about what we got to build this thing. You know, success is not comfortable. You got to do the thing uncomfortable to become successful. And calling those individuals, inviting them to the meeting, that's what we need to do. And if we really track that, I'm telling you that daily activity will help you to go to the next level. So when you walk out of the meeting this week, only 3 things that we need to do, right? Internal consumption and training cell, the 200 prospect list on that list, and start identify, you know, what hour do you call each day, and you get on the call each day, and make sure that you don't end your day with the daily activity. For example, if you told you set a goal that you were going to do 30 activity per day, your day will not end until you do that 30 activity. When you really set your mind into it, success it will be the next step. All right.
Rejection, like you follow me all the time.
Yeah, you know, well, Sukum was asking me, you know, Sukum was actually the first guy who actually came up to New York, and then, you know, we follow up on the time. Same thing with Rocky, guys. You know, Sukum and Rocky was on my prospect list. You see what I mean? And then,
Mine too.
I call him, and then he gets to the point. Let me tell you. He gets to the point that he doesn't answer my call for the whole month. And let me tell you with this right here. I text Rocky one day. I said, Rocky, you get to text me back and say no. So I won't bother you anymore. Or you call me and say no. And we get to that point. And then Rocky said, he called me back right after that. So what's up, big guy? I said, hey Rocky, I just want to invite you for dinner, man. You know, and that's how the whole thing happened. Same thing with Suka. I mean, constantly I call him, I text him. I mean, that's what you do. But you know, remember, we don't try to waste people's time. Okay, when you do that daily activities, the purpose is this guy. You get to yourself a habit that you call to follow up, and you just say, how are you? We doing well. I send you picture too, right? Then what I do every meeting I have, I take a picture and I just text it to my prospect because they don't know what the heck is the picture. You see what I mean? Yeah. And if you consistently doing that guy, something will happen. But you got to be consistent. And remember, your job is not to convince people. The convincing job is at the POB. Your job is to invite them and to remind them that I'm still in, I'm still doing this. Are you with me or are you not? Yeah. All right? All right.
That's my important. Following up is so important. I mean, he's absolutely right. I used to ignore his call. Every time he would call me, I would tell him, every time he's called me or texted me, it was all these pictures of the executive luncheons they're doing all over. So now I keep telling Sattie, I think this guy thinks we're hungry. Every time pictures, everybody's eating. But he did get me that on that the last text he sent me that said, if you're not interested, give me a call and tell me no. Because I was looking for something, but I was lazy. I think I might have to go back to work. I was doing nothing for 3 years, just hanging out. You know what me and my wife did for 3 years? Every afternoon from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, all we did was we got a couple of close friends, is we figure out where we're going to eat the dinner, which restaurant. Whether it's La Sola, South Beach, restaurant, we didn't care. For 3 years, that's all we did every single day. So now this guy is telling me about going back to work. It's like, I don't know about that. I didn't even know if I had it in me one more time. But when I saw the business, it kind of made sense because me and Sattie looked at each other. We never thought we'd work for another company. We really never thought we'd work for another company. So when we saw the business, we did do our due diligence on them. All the leadership team you see there, I got a report from here to China on each one of them. I mean, this much documentation. And if you know Sattie, she loves paper. Just give her paper. I mean, she loves paper. Right? So she's showing up, did all that stuff, and then these guys, Kelly invited us to San Francisco. When we got there was like 400 people there of our caliber. The people, matter of fact, that was the first day I met Jim Files. Me and him, and he was checking the company out, and I'm checking the company out. I'm trying to see if I could make a living here. He's trying to see if he could be the president. I mean, so, I look at it and say, it's pretty cool, right? So anyway, we're closing today. You know, this whole thing is about being a student, right? And I learned one thing a long time ago, that success is a language. And I learned everybody can learn any language they want to. Like, I'm going to teach you how to speak Japanese right now. I want you to repeat, Ichi, ni, san, chi. Ichi, ni, san, chi. You just learned a different language. 1, 2, 3 in Japanese. That's how easy it is to learn the language of success. Right now, if you want to learn the rest of Ichi, ni, san, chi, what do you got to do? You got to invest more time. Well, in the language of success, you have to keep investing your time every single day. So in success, you have to think about success. You know, I told a guy one day, he was 18 years of age, I said, whatever you think about the most, that's what you become. He goes, holy crap, all I do is think of women all day, you know, I'm going to become
I want to share something with you guys. When we plant a seed, we can't control the weather, the rain, the ground, whatever happens to it. All we can control is the love and water we feed into that seed. So what these guys are saying is, they're giving us the seed. What we have to do now is just feed it with time and work.
All right. How do you learn that you can learn the language of success? Well, you got to think about success all the time, because success is not one of these things that you only think every now and then, right? Because if you treat your business casually, you become a casualty, right? Your business becomes a casualty. So you got to think of success every second of every minute of every hour of every day of every week of every month of every year, for however long it takes. You got to make that commitment to yourself, right? I couldn't say that if I didn't say that 1,000 times. Right? It's like when you hear negative things, how do you react to it? Right? How do you react to it? If you tell me something negative and I don't like, I start writing down, I will win, I will win, I will win. If I'm sitting in a chair and the guy, I don't like what the guy's saying, maybe he's negative, I start writing, I will win, I got to condition myself to be positive. Right? So today, from today on, you're not only a QS2 leader, but we're going to give you a new blood type. And your blood type is going to be B positive. Our goal is, me and Sattie goal is, from the time we saw this business opportunity, I know we could put 5,000 people into this business in 24 months. right? We're now in our 7th month in this business. We're crossing over 2,000 code numbers.
Wow.
We're gonna have 5,000 people. And I'm gonna treat this business every single day. I will not take vacations. I will not take sick days unless I'm dying, right? Whatever it takes for me to hit that goal in 24 months, to get 5,000 people. I don't care if I gotta fly all the way somewhere. One Iqbal wanted me to go somewhere that they shoot people by the border. All I need to do, if I got a leader there and I can get 2 recruits to get started, that helps me towards my 5,000, yes or no?
Yes.
So I gotta invest my time, stick my neck out, whatever it takes. You gotta say that to yourself. Whatever it takes for you to get the job done is what you gotta do, right? If you wanna learn kitchen tables, whatever it takes. If you want to get appointments, whatever it takes. If you want to be a mastermind leader, do 7 by 7, whatever it takes. If we see at the end of the month after you do training like this and you got all your license and you've got all the big talk and everything, and at the end of the month you don't do 7 by 7, we put the jersey on the wrong guy, right? I want back my jersey. That's like people, you ever meet people and you're recruiting them and they go, well, give me a business card. Give them a business card, right? And I'm talking to the guy, well, what's your name? Well, I don't like telling you my name. Well, do you have a business? No, I don't want to give you my business card. So give me back mine! give me back my damn card! I'm not going to do it! Right? So, a couple of people always ask me, well, what do you say to people? What do you say? I mean, how do you interact? What do you say? Right? I always tell people, look, learn 5 questions, and I'll give you the answers. Because never ask people questions they don't know the answer to. Yeah. Never, ever, ever ask people questions they don't know the answer to. Yeah. So the 5 questions, you need to know these 5 questions. So anytime you're in a gym recruiting, you start using these questions. And the first question is, are you earning all the money you'd like to earn? Question number 1. And when you ask the question, what do you wait for? Yes. If you don't wait for the answer, you start talking, you're going to defeat the purpose. So you ask anybody in America that question, are you earning all the money you'd like to earn? Guess what they're going to say? No. You know the answer, right? You know the answer. He's not going to tell you, oh, my name is Bill Gates, I made too much money, I don't want no more. You meet people like that? No. No matter how much money they got. Or you might meet the broke guy that goes, oh, money might kill me. I don't want too much of that. Right? So are you earning all the money you'd like to earn? Question number 1, we know it's a no. Here's the next no. Are you saving all the money you'd like to save? There's the next no. Guaranteed. Anybody in America. Guaranteed. Absolutely guaranteed. Now here's the next 2 questions, and they're 2 yeses. Would you like to earn more money? And you wait. If that person says yes, you got a recruit going on there, right or wrong? So that's number 3, right? And that's now the second yes. Would you like to save more money? That's question number 4. Would you like to save more money? Now here's question number 5. Yuri, if I can show you a way where you can earn, save, and accumulate dollars, would you take action?
Of course, let's go.
Great. I want you to come down Wednesday night in my Westbury office. I want you to meet my Vice Chairman, Charles Powell. And I think he'd be happy to meet a guy like you because you seem like a person with a lot of credibility and a lot of knowledge. So can I put you down for 6:30 for Wednesday night at Westbury? I'll get you the directions. And more importantly, are you close by? You live close by?
Yes.
So why don't you give me your address and I'll pick you up about 6:15. Is that okay with you?
Yes, that will be.
And you just recruit the guy. See, we mistake a lot of things when we go out there talking to people. And when we go out there talking to people, we try to tell them, well, come to the meeting. Come to the meeting. You see, in the ABCs, A means always be a student. B means bring people. It didn't say invite people. It says bring people, like soup wrap. Right? I had one lady, I don't know, Evelyn, if you remember this, we had one lady in the Bronx, so we used to do meetings there, and I used to have a bus where it says bring people. And I used to tell her, well, you need to bring people by the busload if you want to really build a business. Yeah. Guess what this lady did? She brought a busload of people on a Saturday morning. So A is always be a student, B is bring people by the busload, and the C in ABC cheerlead the system. Like when the speaker is up here, you raising your hand, you're answering yes or no. If you got a guest next to you, guess what? If you're just locked up like this, what do you think they're doing? But if you're answering and saying, are you cheerleading and carrying on? You got something going on there. So in closing right now, I'm going to just leave you guys with a little story about attitude. Because I think your attitude will kill any gigantic business. Doesn't matter how big your business is, doesn't matter how much money you make right now, doesn't matter if you're on top, the leader's bulletin, you got a bad attitude, people are going to see you. People will smell a phony a mile away. Believe me, you run around thinking people know if you're a phony, they know. Right? They know. So with this, there was one guy, he was going up in the mountains digging for gold. And he got his little donkey, and every week he comes back to the hardware store. Come down the mountain, through the mess, blah, blah, blah. He reload his donkey, put all his mantles, get new shovels, all the tools he needs, and he go back into the mountain. No problem. He's over there trucking along, digging for his gold, mining his gold, and he's just going along. Next week, come along. He did that for 13 weeks, 14 weeks, 15 weeks, just minding his business every week, coming by, getting his supplies. Then like the 15th week, he struck the mother lode. He go like this, and it start to glitter. He said, wow, I found all this gold. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go right back into that town. I'm going to go get my supplies, and I'm not telling anybody that I found the mother lode. Me and my 2 kids, we're going to go there, we're going to dig, and just keep bringing it out. So he went to town, he loaded up his donkey, got all his supplies, did everything, right? And he started to head out to town. And as he starts to go up the mountain, he looked back, and you know what he saw? The whole village is following him. They saw it in his face. They saw that he hit the mother lode. He couldn't hide the happiness. He couldn't hide this positive energy. This thing he's been waiting, he couldn't hide it. You see, people, when they look at you, they know if you're positive or negative. That's why I give you a new blood type. I want you to be positive. Right? I want you to be positive. So from now on, right, from now on, whatever people say to you, you got to make sure you learn how to make a nuclear disaster look like a street fight.
Yeah.
Some people are good the other way. You know, a little glass broke, they think the building is burning down. Right? You got to learn how to put fires out. Don't make them bigger. Right? That's what leaders do. So let's make sure we all have the right attitude. Tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, we're starting with a BOP here. So each and every one of you will learn how to do a BOP. You have to know that part of the business.
Bring the binders back.
And you need to have your binder tomorrow.
Hey,
We're
Rob.
going to go through some more and more information.
Are they allowed to bring any guests with the BOP?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
well,
That's the whole idea.
You gotta bring guests, guys.
And then Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock, we're going to be doing a meeting there in Suprem's office too. Okay, so you guys, anybody had any questions for them? Yes, you know, your guests don't have to pay to come in, you don't have to pay to come in, don't worry about it. All right, we'll charge you the least. You got another question? All right, give yourself a big hand for your hand.
Good job.
Thank you. Good job up there. Good job there. Kathy.
Good
Mr. Green, are you